Thank you, Nick.
So when the Taliban took control of Afghanistan, or retook, I should say, many international charities withdrew their staff from the country. With conditions deteriorating, some aid organisations have remained there to help. In Kathmandu, Nepal now is Ramya Madhavan. She works with the charity Street Child, and that works with younger people in Afghanistan. Thank you for your time today. What is the plight of younger people in Afghanistan? Have you seen a deterioration in how they're being treated over the past 12 months?
Absolutely, Nick, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. We are seeing that Afghanistan is one of the top 10 most dangerous countries to be a child today. Children are constantly at risk of the 6th grade violations against children. We have children who have been associated with armed actors in the past, children who are unaccompanied and separated from their caregivers, highly vulnerable categories of children, such as children with disabilities, completely suffering without access to any services, any support, as the level of humanitarian aid and assistance has declined at a time when this catastrophic situation that children are in has become worse and worse. We saw, of course, the report with the degree of malnutrition and hunger that children are suffering, but the mental health crisis that children are suffering as well, the amount of toxic stress, the trauma, the lack of access to safe, supportive, stable spaces. All of these are having an impact on children that we fear is going to contribute to generational trauma that needs enormous investment of resources and support for us to be able to address.
Why is all this happening now? Can you pinpoint a reason?
I think, largely speaking, the combination, the compounding of the COVID-19 crisis, a huge degree of climate change-induced crisis that we see across the country, and now the governance vacuum that has been left in the takeover, the transfer of control to the Taliban. We're seeing that children don't have access even to the basic degree of services that they had earlier. There is so much uncertainty about the future that is contributing to this enormous just these catastrophic circumstances that children are facing, which makes the work that we're doing, the work that our 1,600 staff on the ground are doing to provide education, to provide protective services for children, more critical than ever before.
Did you feel up to 12 months ago you and other organisations had been making progress?
Absolutely, Nick. I think at the point of this transfer of control, we were supporting 40,000 children to access education across Afghanistan. To date, Street Child runs 13.65% of all community-based education centres across the country. What we're immensely proud of is that we've been able to sustain those services and that we've in fact been able to scale up services. We've supported 110,000 Afghans over the course of the last year in particular by ramping up the work that we're doing both in the provinces where we were already operating, but also expanding into new areas of need. As you know, there's been dramatic displacement post the Taliban takeover. But what's important to emphasize here is that the need is that much greater. So as much as we're proud of and incredibly proud of our work, that the work that our teams on the ground have been able to do over the last year, that we've just not been able to keep up with the need as an international community, and as international aid and assistance has been attenuated over the past year, we are just seeing that there is so much more need than what we're able to service at the moment, which is where we really are seeking additional support from the international community to be able to address that need.
Well, we wish you luck. Thank you very much indeed for your time today. Good to see you.
Thank you, Nick.
These are our top stories.